Everyone in the town was always late. Late for work, late for peace, late for themselves. One man was never late. The strange part? He never checked the time. In that town, people lived by minutes. They checked their phones while walking. They checked watches during conversations. They checked clocks before making even simple decisions. The more they checked, the more rushed they became. Time felt like something that was always running away. And in the middle of this constant hurry, there was Hiro. No watch on his wrist, no clock in his home, no phone in his pocket. He walked calmly through crowded streets. He arrived at meetings just as they began. He left places moments before they grew chaotic. Never early enough to wait, never late enough to apologize. People noticed. At first, they laughed. How does he survive without knowing the time? What if he misses something important? Aren't you afraid of being late? Hiro never argued. He simply smiled and kept walking. That silence unsettled people more than any answer. One person couldn't ignore it. His name was Kenji. Kenji planned everything: alarms, calendars, reminders. Yet his life felt permanently behind schedule. He rushed through meals, half listened to conversations, checked the clock even when nothing was happening. The more he planned, the less control he felt. So one morning, exhausted and curious, Kenji followed Hiro. Not to judge him, not to mock him, but to understand what he was missing. After walking together for a while, Kenji finally asked, "How do you always arrive on time?" Hiro stopped. "Tell me something first," he said calmly. "When do you usually check the time?" Kenji frowned. "All the time, while working, while eating, even while talking." Hiro nodded. "That's why." Kenji didn't understand. "When you keep checking the time," Hiro continued, "you stop noticing everything else." "What else is there?" Kenji asked. Hiro gestured gently around them. "The street before it fills, the room before it shifts, the person before they lose patience, your own body before it grows tired." Kenji laughed nervously. "That sounds unreliable." Hiro smiled. "So does your system. And yet, look at you." That week, Kenji tried something different. He stopped checking the time. At first, it felt unbearable. He arrived too early, then too late. He felt anxious, exposed, unprepared. Without the clock, he didn't know what to trust. Then slowly, something changed. He began noticing patterns. The cafe grew quiet just before fresh food arrived. Meetings started after the same pause in conversation. People were ready to leave, not by time, but by restlessness. He noticed his own body, too. Focus faded before mistakes appeared. Fatigue arrived before bad decisions. Hesitation came before regret. Time wasn't random. It was rhythmic. Weeks passed. Kenji stopped rushing. He still arrived on time, not because he knew the hour, but because he felt the moment. One evening, he met Hiro again. "I think I understand now," Kenji said. "You weren't ignoring time." Hiro nodded. "I was listening to it." "But why does everyone else fail?" Kenji asked. Hiro answered quietly. "Because they listen only when time shouts. I listen when it whispers." Kenji thought about his past mistakes. Most didn't happen because he was late. They happened because he rushed, even when everything looked fine. That night, Kenji checked the time again, not to control the moment, but to confirm what he already felt. And Hiro? He still never wore a watch. Not because time didn't matter, but because he had learned something most people hadn't.
Time doesn't reward speed, it rewards awareness. The people who succeed aren't the ones who react fastest. They're the ones who pause when something feels off, even when everything looks fine. If this story felt familiar, you've lushed past a signal before. Subscribe for stories that sharpen judgment, not emotions. And comment, "I pause," if you'll listen the next time silence speaks.